Ready.
Once again, Kalalal, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Kodash, the brothers in the process of breaking the stone. Shalom to all the active pushing this word, in sincerity and truth. This is GMS Jamaica, right? Out here next Friday evening, prophesying the downfall of this wicked society, right? And ushering in the kingdom of heaven. Calling remembrance through the scriptures, right? People's true identity. Basically, we get sent out here by the Lord YAHAWASHI, and prophesy.
You're good.
Think of sin and basically lead the way, right? As basically for be the men that will lead the way, see, are for the elect, right? As the scripture say, I have given you teachers, right? Basically you shall hear God, right? No, the one in the middle quote is, yeah, shall hear your teachers, what? You shall hear a word behind it.
It's Isaiah 30 and verse 20. So, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Right.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
Right. See? Yeah. See, right now we're basically against the waters of affliction. Right? Meaning we're over here in our captivity. See it? We're in our captivity still. Right? But the teachers, right, and the prophets and the pastors with the Lord YAHAWASHI are there, right? Them still out here. See, them still push the truth. Right? Start beginning from the 60s, right? The late 60s. See, the truth been a push and it a stop, yo. Right? Give me
These are Proverbs. Proverbs are 1 and verse 20. Say, wisdom cried without,
right.
She uttered her voice in the streets.
Right, and ever since, right, I always in the streets to find the prophets. Right? Remember when I think I did Saul or David. Saul, right? Right, and them basically him become a prophet. Yeah, he now numbered among the prophets. Yeah. So yeah, even from ever since, from way back then, right? You have the prophets that we are going to the streets, right, and prophesy. See, hey, if you check the major prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, right, and find out what they tell about or what those prophets prophesy about, right, is basically the destruction of this society.
That's right.
Right, the destruction of Esau's kingdom, right, and bringing in the Lord YAHAWASHI's kingdom, right, and that's basically what we're out here to do. See, also to wake up and edify the elect. One.
She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gate,
Right.
in the city. She uttered her word, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Right. See, so we're out here, out in the streets of Port Antonio. See, this basically the street of Depan. See, one of the main route them in a Port Antonio. Right. Anybody where I go to and from, basically I go out of Port Antonio and I come in. right? Them have to pass that street here, yo. See, so every Saturday and every Friday, you have people from all over who pass and see you. You see me? Whether they want to be a tourist, right? Somebody just a pass through. Anytime you have certain events where keep out of Folly or Collar Park where basically certain stars or celebrities or media personalities are pass through, right? Whether it be on a Saturday or a Friday. Right, them guarantee for 2 years, so. Right, many of them pass on 2 years. See, even some of the ones that were so-called conscious. You see me? Read it.
Oh, that's it. This Nehemiah 8 verse 1, it says, and all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gates, and they spake unto Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which the Lord Yahawah had commanded to Israel. And Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation, both of men and women, and all that could hear with understanding, upon the first day of the 7th month. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate from the morning until midday, before the men and the women and those that could understand, and the ears of all the people were attentive unto the book of the law.
Right. So this scenario basically go right back to what we have said before. Right? Him carry the book where? Out in the streets and read it to the whole congregation. Right? It wasn't in a church or in a form of building like that. Yeah? Always out in the streets.
And everybody here was inclined to what to...
And everybody listen, everybody pay attention. Right?
Scripture say you have done worse than your fathers. That's the reason why people now listen. As the more the earth get weak, is the more Jacob get wickeder. See?
This is 1 Samuel 10 verse 4. It says, and they will salute thee and give thee 2 loaves of bread, which thou shalt receive in their hand. Right, so after that, thou shalt come to the hill of God, where is the garrison of the Philistine, and it shall come to pass, when thou art come thither to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of prophets going down from the high place to the
By speaking about the company of prophets, so I meet a company of prophets. So right now, we see, when you read the scriptures, man, you have certain prophets that are called major prophets. Your brother, see? And minor prophets, like you have Isaiah, the Jeremiah, saying Ezekiel, saying those men are like major prophets. Basically, all prophets are major prophets. It's just that them one day get a higher role to play. You understand? And you have the minor prophets like Baruch, Nahum, Baruch, Saint Micah, Obadiah. See, which Obadiah is just one chapter long. Basically, the book is just one chapter long. Which Obadiah and Jeremiah speak about the same thing, same way. So it's the same spirit. Yeah. Not because this brother saying it, or the brother holding the camera saying it, or that brother saying it. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what they are saying is actually the word of the Lord, and that's the key thing. So that company of prophets, when you read the scriptures and hear about the company of prophets, it wasn't like just Jeremiah, like the entire nation, because people believe that. Like for the kingdom of Judah, Jeremiah was just the only prophet of that time. Just that one. No, the nation of Israel big. Right. It is written in Genesis that the blessing to Abraham is a nation and a company of nations shall come of thee. So in other words, these tribes of Israel are so vast, are so big, that one tribe is like a nation itself. So Jeremiah alone now going to be able to prophesy to everybody. No, that's exactly. That's the reason why you have company of prophets. Give me 1 Corinthians. You finish? You finish? Finish it up. Give me 1 Corinthians 14 and I think at 37.
So that thou shalt meet a company of prophets, right, coming down from the hill, right, from the high place with a parsley, right, and
and a tabret, and a pipe, and a harp before them, and they shall prophesy.
And they shall what? Prophesy. And if you consult Jeremiah 28 verse 7, it tell you what's the duty of a prophet. To prophesy against kingdoms, country, nations, people. Yeah? What we're doing out here is the same goddamn thing we're doing. See? We're foretelling as an actor, we're foretelling the nations what's about to befall this earth. We're foretelling you people what's about to come up on the society. That's what we're doing, yeah? See? 1 Corinthians 14 verse 37, I think. No, not that one. 1 Corinthians 14, it says, let the prophets prophesy before us. That's another one. Bring it on.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 29. Let the prophets speak 2 or 3.
Yeah, it says scripture says let the prophets speak 2 or 3. In other words, this brother start out, then me jump in, then this brother will jump in, saying speak 2 or 3. See, because the spirit, we might have go on a specific topic and the spirit upon this brother to speak about that. And then he mentioned something and the spirit did this brother to speak about something when me have been the research or when we go through my experience or something where you can relate back to the scripture and bring out and pull on a precept which you, the audience on the other hand, can relate to. Yeah, so the scripture says let the prophet speak in what? 2 or 3, read it again up. Exactly.
Let the prophet speak 2 or 3 and let the other judge.
And let the other judge, yeah? So you have other brothers out there, you know, the prophet said the stick. And then you have like this brother here will be basically as look. Yeah? And listen. Go ahead, you finish? Huh? Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, that's a part of it.
Verse 30. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace.
Yeah, so if I'm speaking, yeah, and something revealed to this brother should be in the stop. So let the first what? Hold his peace. So this is the reason why I'm a company of prophets, and it makes work easier. Scripture said 2 are better than 1. For if one fall, then I'm going to have their son to raise him up. See? Iron sharpness, iron, so man sharpness the countenance of his friend. And that is what? Proverbs 27 verse 17. If I'm not mistaken. Continue.
For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted.
Right, so we are going to prophesy what? One by one. So if I'm here speaking and this brother come and chip in, see, so in other words, the job it becomes burdensome unto just one man. See, because all of us appear each other's what? Burden. See, so, and then you find out that it becomes fun. So you come in and you chip in something, and then this brother chip in something, maybe this brother chip in something. See, it becomes fun, yeah? But when it get done in a proper order, you continue?
And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
So in other words, you have Isaiah coming back, Jeremiah coming back, Ezekiel coming back. See, all the prophets, even the ones that were mentioned, the company of prophets that were speaking about, what the brother read about, all of them will come back. Why? Because that's their lot. So the spirit of the prophets are what? Subjected to the prophets. Yeah, go ahead.
For Yahawah is not the author of confusion.
Because the Heavenly Father is not the author of confusion. So in this dispensation of time, he have this brother as a prophet. Then the next dispensation of time, he have him as one wicked nigga when I ever prophesy again. No. The Lord is not the author of confusion. This brother come back in him lot. Likewise, this brother come back in him lot. And we're going to prophesy, yeah, according to how the scripture says. We let the prophets prophesy 2 or 3. And if it's something revealed to another, let the one who speak what is peace. So we're going to do it in a righteous way, in a decent and order way. Yeah, go ahead.
For Yahawah is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
All right.